Hi guys, I hope you're well. Today I want to make a video about something that I really enjoy doing, something that I spend a lot of my free time doing and that I've been doing now for about 3.5 years, 3 years. And that is making clothes, sewing, tailoring, creating something from raw materials and creating something that can be worn and that fits people well. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about that. What's involved in that, what machines I use, and I'll show you some of my completed projects as well as one that I'm still working on at the moment. I think it's going to be an interesting video and a bit of a fashion show, so I hope you guys like it. Let's get going. Alright, so this is my working area, my studio, and here you can see my main sewing machine, which is a Janome 400. I got this from Hobbycraft and it's about £100, £120. It's a good sewing machine. It has a lot of different functions, a lot of different stitches that help to create seams or to neaten seams, and it also has a buttonhole feed, which is quite nice because you can do a buttonhole in one step, which is quite good. This here is a machine called an overlocker. As you can see, it has 4 spools of material at the back, which are a bit dusty, I will admit. I've not used it in a while. And this machine is for finishing seams. So it basically cuts off excess material and it creates a nice overlocked edge on the seam of a garment that stops it from fraying when it goes into the wash. So it's funnily enough, the overlocker costs more than the sewing machine, even though I use the sewing machine a heck of a lot more. So yeah, that's my setup and what I use to make my clothes. So back here, and I'm going to show you some of my favourite shirts and some of the favourite things that I've made. So this here was the first shirt that I made. I made it using fabric from Fabricland, and it's got a very nice pattern of astronauts and planets and things. And I made this about 2.5 years ago. I bought the fabric and I used a birder sewing pattern, and it took me quite a while to do, and there's a lot of imperfections with it, but it has a normal collar and it has a yoke on the back. When you turn it inside out, there's actually some fabric on the inside as well that's showing. The second shirt I made is a shirt using a slightly different pattern and fabric by a company called the Ruby Star Society. So this fabric is cotton, very thick material, so it's the kind of shirt you might want to wear, say, during the autumn or during the spring when it's not too hot. Very thick fabric, very nice fabric as well. And I've made 2 of these shirts. I've made this one for myself and one for a friend of mine called Dan. And that one I made from Dan didn't have short sleeves, it had long sleeves with a cuff, which is a lot more technical and a lot more difficult to make, but this is one of my favourite shirts and it's a very nice one. So this is the third shirt that I've made. This is one using fabric from the Ruby Star Society, which is a very nice maker of fabric. And if I button this up, you can see that it's got a slightly different collar from the first shirt that I showed you. This one is called a Cuban collar, and it's more of a tropical shirt vibe. It has kind of these lapels here, and then the regular collar behind it. And this is a bit more technical and a bit more tricky to sew, but it's a very nice design, and I like the shape of the shirt altogether. Finally, this is my last shirt that I've made. This is the most recent one that I've made. This is using another Cuban collar style, which is the Simplicity 9157. So this is the sewing pattern that I use for this, that I've used for this shirt. It requires about 2 meters of fabric and about 100 meters worth of cotton thread, and 1, 2, 3, 4 buttons. I made this a while ago with a sewing tutor, and it's one of my favourite shirts. I wear it fairly often. It's nice to wear during the summer. So there we go. That's all the shirts I've made for myself. I've made a lot of other things, but not mainly for myself. Right now I'm going to show you something that I'm working for a friend, which is a fleece jacket. So this is a work in progress. This is a fleece jacket that I'm making for a friend. This is using a pattern by a company called Wardrobe by Me. It involves 2 invisible zips. You can see here there's the pocket opening, and when that's fully closed you can't see the teeth of the zip at all. This is getting there. I'm about halfway through. I just need to put a few arms on and then do a big long zip right down the middle there, and then it'll be complete. Then it'll be close to being completed. And yeah, I'm going to hopefully send that to my friend in the autumn. He lives up in Glasgow, so nice and cold up there, nice and cool up there. This will keep him insulated and warm. Anyway, so that's the end of the video. I hope you guys liked it. If you're someone who's interested in sewing, send me a comment below, and I'll tell you a little bit more about how I get into it, the material I buy, where I buy it from, the patterns that I use. Sewing is a really fun hobby, and there's a whole load of different sewing projects that you can get involved with at different skill levels, from something really basic, more like a t-shirt, to something more complex, like a jacket. There's all sorts of different designs that you can pick, all sorts of different kind of patterns and styles and fabrics, and it's a really fun thing to get involved with. So if it's something that you want to pick up, that's fantastic. And guys, I hope you liked the video. I will see you guys again soon. Bye bye.